All right, now I'm going to show you the option that is choice C, where you can use the step-by-step directions to draw a forest path. All right, so put your paper the landscape direction. Make sure you have a pencil with an eraser. And we're going to go ahead and draw this pretty quickly. So if I go too fast, just go ahead and press pause. All right, the first line I'm going to draw is a little hill right here. Then another one on top of it, and another one that goes to the left. Then I'm going to start my first tree. I'm going to go up and off the edge, up and off of this edge, and then I'm just going to fill in with a few big branches. All right, then I'm going to draw another tree over here. So that goes up and here. There we go. All right, now the next step, as you can see on your direction paper, is that we're going to add in another hill back here. So it goes this way. You skip over this tree and go off the edge. Then we're going to start a forest path. It's going to start right here, and it's going to be one of those perspective things that gets smaller in the background and wider in the foreground. I want you to think of it like an S shape and then come right off the corner. So the S shape is up here. Kind of reminds me a little bit of that river we drew when we did our watercolor painting with the Native American teepees. All right, then it's skinny here. You're drawing a line that kind of runs alongside of it. And then it gets wider and wider as it gets closer. And that goes off the page. Then we have to add in another hill right there. Okay, the next part is to draw like the background scene on the left side. Oh, wait, I forgot the tree over here. We got to put a close-up tree here that's nice and big. Here and here. Draw some branches that go off the top of the page. All right, now we can draw the background. And so what I see there is, first of all, there is a line that goes across here, and then there'll be a house. So just kind of a typical house shape with a roof and walls. You can just draw it kind of sketchy, nothing too fancy. Okay, and then the horizon line goes back behind this tree and comes out the other side. Then it looks like we have another line here to kind of show where the yard is for that house. Skip over the tree. And then we've got a line here, some diagonal lines there, some grassy type little zigzaggy lines along this edge. Okay, and then this has got some kind of geometric type shapes. I think this is sort of maybe a garden or a part of a farm here, a field. Just a different texture there. Okay, and then we've got some awesome background trees. So you can see there'll be one here, kind of tall and bumpy, one behind the house here. A few more here, tall one there. Ooh, these are fun to draw. Here and there. Oh yeah, that makes me definitely think there's some perspective going on here. Then in the background, we get to do another line that's like a hill. So start here, go off, skip over the tree, go behind the house, skip over where any of these trees are, Keep going all the way across and skip over every time you hit a tree. Okay, we also see that they added in another layer here. So it's kind of a zigzaggy line there. And then another tree in the background here. So I have to erase that. All right, so just some overlapping there. All right, and then it looks like the last piece is that we need to draw something on the path that can be the thing that we color red. And so I feel like I'm missing some things in the foreground here. Now my picture doesn't really show anything there. They do have kind of a little tree or a bush here. So maybe I'll put a bush here, maybe a couple. There we go. And then the thing I want to put on the path is going to be actually by the path. I want to put some flowers. So I'm just going to put some tulips growing along the path here. So I'm going to draw a few straight lines like this. I'm going to put some big leafy shapes, this. And then I'm going to put a U shape on each stem. And then I'm going to draw an upside down point like that. And then another one behind it. And then one on each side. So skinny one on each side. Okay, and then anywhere where I have this path line, I'm going to erase. Okay, and then I'm going to put some grassy shapes there to fill in. All right, and then I feel like we just need, I'm going to put a couple of lines here, a little more grassy shapes in the foreground here. Maybe some more bushes. Now I'm going to leave all of this a pencil drawing, and I'm just going to paint the tulips with that red color, and I'm going to use some green for the stem. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and dab my paintbrush into the red paint and fill in my tulips with red. Okay, now that is basically the end of my picture, but I want to add some shading just because I think that would be fun. That is up to you if you want to do that or not. I will fast forward through it and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, now that I have colored it in with pencil and then used my blending stump to shade it, I feel like I am really done. And I've got my bright red splashes of tulips right along that path. All right, I can't wait to see what you decide to make red.